announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it.
How's it going, everyone? Storm rolling in. Whiskey, if we were sleeping, he'd be like, oh no, it's thundering. But, you know, right now he's like, oh, isn't this fun? We'll see what happens, I guess. Anyways, we got some news to talk about. They found the Ark of the Covenant.
Project Stargate.
Yes.
Remember?
Yep.
That's the remote viewing. Training target 0209 is the Ark of the Covenant.
What?
Right? The stuff under the pyramids.
Apparently, through the use of LiDAR, they have discovered that there are enormous structures underneath the Great Pyramid that go kilometers deep into the earth with coils. So enormous pillars, and then these coils. They don't understand what it is because they're just looking at LiDAR images.
Two stories coming out at us here recently, right? What do you make of this stuff?
But whatever this is a uniform structure. There's several pillars, and all of this is like very, very, very weird.
Anyways, you seen we had the release of the information about the pyramids, right? Now, as soon as that came out, a lot of channels jumped to, you know, get their views off of that, understandably. But but there's some that come out there that push these views that are unprovable, right? They give you images, make you believe they found this or that under the pyramids. But let's be clear, the truth is they're coming out with this as it's new information. Yeah, they just found the LiDAR
describing a complex supposedly 10 times larger than the pyramids themselves. But there's a fundamental question that remains unanswered. Is this revolutionary discovery real or simply wishful thinking? How could such massive structures have remained hidden for thousands of years beneath one of the world's most studied archaeological sites? The researchers claim their technology combines satellite radar data with natural seismic movements to create 3D images revealing an underground network stretching 6,500 feet. These cylindrical structures allegedly exist under each pyramid and serve as access points to this elaborate system. The background gap. Traditional archaeology has long held that the Giza pyramids were built as royal tombs during Egypt's Old Kingdom period, but these findings, if verified, could challenge this established narrative entirely. Dr. Zahi Hawass, Egypt's former Minister of Antiquities, has forcefully rejected the claims. These findings are completely wrong, he stated, adding that the techniques used were neither scientifically approved nor validated. Professor Lawrence Conyers, a radar expert, expressed similar doubts, questioning the technology's ability to penetrate dense limestone to such extreme depths. He described the idea of an underground city as a huge exaggeration.
LiDAR images, and that's new. But the information that was given out is nothing new. A lot of this was believed to be under the pyramids in theories before, and there's no real images of what it looked like. You know, the LiDAR just shows there's this kind of space there or some kind of object there. It don't show what the object looked like or the whole details of none of that.
pyramids. Researchers from Scotland and Italy claim to have used SAR scans to detect interconnected structures more than 6,500 feet across and 2,000 feet below the surface of the pyramid, which are these black lines. This would be pretty significant because that's a lot deeper than the pyramids are even tall. SAR stands for synthetic aperture radar, and they're high-resolution scans from satellites in space. Normally, we use this kind of radar to track things like icebergs or oil spills, and while it can penetrate clouds and dry soil to an extent, it can't go very deep. The researchers say they converted the signals into sound waves, which is what allowed them to see through stone. Couple things. Number one, there's no published work or evidence or peer-reviewed paper on this subject. It's basically just a YouTube video on the spokesperson's page. Number two, SAR scans can be tricky. They come in gray and aren't super intuitive at first. Basically, the rougher a surface, the brighter it will appear, which means an image would not show the way it would look to our eyes. This is an exaggeration with the same idea. This doesn't look like a blonde woman to me, but with the right software, this scrolling text could be converted into an image for our eyes. I don't know how they put these images together. There's no paper to review. It's totally possible that there are hidden chambers and hallways beneath the pyramids. This area was sacred even before them. But this image with this kind of structural detail from a system that requires some pre-existing knowledge without presenting evidence is hugely problematic.
Just to be clear, right? And then we have, and now we have the information of the Ark. There's no end to people wanting to know the interest in what may have happened with the Ark, right? Ark of the Covenant. And now it just come out from some declassified files that the CIA was doing their mind teleportation experiments, right? Whatever, the remote viewing. Now this information that was kept away from us shows that they found out where the Ark of the Covenant is.
And I have the document right here. It's on CIA.gov. This was training target 0209 is the Ark of the Covenant.
What?
On December 5th, 1988, this one man, for his training exercise, was to find the Ark of the Covenant. And what he wrote was bone-chilling. What he saw.
Antarctica.
Okay, no.
Pyramids.
I'm just going to read what he said.
Yeah.
It's not that long.
Directly from .gov.
Yeah. This is what he said about the Ark of the Covenant. Target is in a container. This container has another container inside of it. The target is fashioned of wood, gold, and silver. The target is similar in shape to AOL, which I don't know what that means, a coffin, and is decorated with seraphim. See sketch, page 16.
So they're describing it.
Yeah.
Got it.
He's viewing it, and they're writing down. The target is located somewhere in the Middle East, as the language spoken by individuals present seemed to be Arabic. Visuals of surrounding buildings indicated the presence of a mosque, domes, ? See page 12. Individuals in the area were clothed in virtually all white, had black hair and dark eyes. One figure I homed in on wore a mustache. There's just the one guy.
Can't trust him.
It's probably named Keith.
My stepdad's up to no good.
The target is hidden underground. Dark and wet were all aspects of the location of the target. The purpose of the target is to bring people together. See page 16. It has something to do with ceremony, memory, homage, and the resurrection.
What?
There is an aspect of spirituality, information, lessons, and historical knowledge far beyond what we know. The target, this is the part. The target, being the Ark of the Covenant, is protected by entities. See page 14. And can only be opened by those who are authorized to do so. This container will not / cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. Once it is time to open the container, the mechanics of the lock system will be found to be fairly simple. Individuals opening the container by prying or striking are destroyed by the container's protectors, see page 17, through the use of a power unknown to us. That is a CIA document.
At the end of the day, you got to choose your opinion on what you believe about all this stuff, right? But, you know, there's been a lot of claims that it's been in Ethiopia, and this has been claimed way before this information come out. They keep releasing these kinds of things, playing with people, because no real information came out than what's already been out. And the two biggest theories is that it's in Ethiopia or that it's under the Dome of the Rock, right where the temple once stood. I kind of believe that. Let's be clear, it's mentioned way in the beginning, only, I believe, don't quote me on, like, I think it's a tribe of Levi, whatever, only chosen people, right? Only a chosen, you got to come from a certain bloodline, are allowed to even get near that. Otherwise, I don't care who they are. They're not going to get to it. And we can do a more in-depth video later to figure out, to talk about some of the theories behind that. And I don't know, maybe what I believe on it or not, but what I know to be sure is that this information's already been out. All the information that's being presented. But now a bunch of people are hitting on it because, once again, the government plays mind games and releases this thing. Oh, we're going to give you this. And now everyone thinks, oh yeah, see, all this information's being released. One, this information was already released once before. Because you can find, I've heard all these theories before, and I've heard about this remote viewing stuff that they've done already before, you know, and it's not just out there in your face, but if you're researching certain things, you'll find this stuff.
So Project Stargate was started in the 70s, 1970s. In 1985, they started a new project called Project Sunstreak, which sounds pretty similar to Stargate.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it.
It's all been there. And so the real question is, what are they distracting us from? Okay? Because whatever the real information is, they'll never give us the 100% truth. They hold that to keep themselves in power. Okay? They'll only, you know, just like all this stuff I've said about the drones, now all of a sudden the F-47, whatever it is, right, comes out. This new jet, I already talked about that. Maybe. Some of my videos ain't made. I got a little bit of an attitude. You just have to excuse my attitude and maybe understand where it comes from anyways, but sorry about that attitude, right? But anyways, all this information's been there. And it's interesting stuff for sure, but what are they distracting us from by always throwing this out there? Every so often it comes out, right? And it's the same information that's been out. They just find different ways of wording it up and saying, well, they declassify one more document, but it's really something that was already found out once before. What are they distracting us from? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments, for that is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See ya.